Yes, folks, it's the WC with the return of World Championship breaking news. Marshawn Lynch retires. Is he a Hall of Famer? Now, I've done videos about um, Patrick Willis. I've done videos about Troy Polamalu. Both of those guys retiring early in their careers. I think a little bit earlier than what people expected. But you can kind of see this coming with Marshawn Lynch. This was just kind of the writing on the wall with last year's Super Bowl press conference. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That garbage. Um, you can just kind of see his love for the game diminish. I don't. I legitimately think that Marshawn Lynch is one of those players that does not necessarily have love for the game. I think he played it because he knew that he was physically gifted to play it. Other than guys that, you know, who are physically gifted to play the games and actually have a love for the game. I've just never gotten the indication from Marshawn Lynch during his playing career that he had the love and admiration for the game of football. So when you sit there and you ask me, WC, is he a Hall of Famer? Hmm. Let's let's see how he compares against two people. Let's just use two examples in this video. All right. Let's just use two examples. All right. Let's use an example of an NFL Hall of Famer, Emmitt Smith. All right. Let's look at Marshawn Lynch's numbers compared to NFL Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. Now we're going to leave the Super Bowl rings out of this. I don't think that that's fair to compare the two. All right. But Marshawn Lynch during his playing career, all right, according to NFL.com, he's had 9,112 yards rushing, all right, from scrimmage. He averaged about 4.2 yards per carry, all right, about 70 point, no, not 70, but 71.7 yards per game, 74 touchdowns in his career. All right, and you'd be like, okay, you didn't do this with with Troy Polamalu and Patrick Willis. The reason why I'm doing this with Marshawn Lynch, you just got to stick around. All right, now let me go look. Let me go to Emmitt Smith's numbers. All right, Emmitt Smith's numbers over his career, illustrious career, 18,000 yards. All right, he averaged just about the same per carry as Marshawn Lynch, 4.2. But he had 81.2 yards per carry per game, right? Um, so when you look at both of those guys, you'd be like, okay, that's not fair. Marshawn didn't play as many games as as Emmett, and it's like if you're gonna compare the two, it's like why not compare Patrick Willis to Ray Lewis, you know what I'm saying, or why not compare Troy Polamalu to like Ronnie Lott or something like that. That's fair. I think that that's fair. But when you talk about Hall of Fame careers, all right, talking about Hall of Fame careers. Okay, let me make the argument to you guys as to why I do not think that Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Famer. All right, eventually I think that they'll put him in just because of the fact that Seattle doesn't really have too many guys as Hall of Famers for their franchise. That's another story for another video. What do they have? Maybe what, five, maybe six out of a possible 12 that they probably should have in there. But the reason why I make the argument of saying that Marshawn Lynch probably shouldn't be a Hall of Famer is that look at Jamal Lewis. Remember Jamal Lewis, running back for the Ravens, went for 2,000 yards in one season. His numbers, all right, and his playing time match up evenly to Marshawn Lynch. All right, so comparing Marshawn Lynch to Emmitt Smith is kind of asinine, but it's necessary for the point of this video. I just wanted to make sure that I told you guys about somebody that's actually a Hall of Fame running back compared to the people that's sitting up there trying to tell me Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Fame running back. I'm like, okay, if Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Fame running back, how come Jamal Lewis isn't? Look at Jamal Lewis's numbers. All right, attempts per game, he had about 19 per game. 19 attempts per game. This guy was a workhorse. That's the reason why his career didn't last that long. He had 10,000 yards from scrimmage, the same amount of average per carry, carries per game, as Emmett and as Marshawn, and he averaged 81 yards per game. All right, those are just brief stats. You know what I'm saying? 58 touchdowns over his career. Marshawn had 74. All right, but when you look at those numbers side by side, when somebody comes to me and says, "Look, you know, Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Famer," I'm gonna tell you like this: I think that Jamal Lewis should go in before him. You know what I'm saying? If it ever comes up, I'm not saying that Marshawn Lynch isn't a Hall of Famer. I'm saying that compared to like guys like Jamal Lewis, he played 10 seasons. Um, Marshawn Lynch played 9 seasons. I think it's fair to say that Jamal Lewis is a Hall of Famer if Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Famer. You can look up the stats yourself. I might drop the links down in the comment box because I know that people are lazy and they're not going to look it up themselves. I'm not hating on Marshawn Lynch. I just didn't like his attitude towards the game. You understand what I'm trying to say? And when you talk about people that are Hall of Famers, you know Patrick Willis and Troy Polamalu, you can see it through the way that they played, that they had like a passion for the game. You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch, it was just like he just came off so aloof. He didn't show any kind of emotion whatsoever. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, yeah, he had a couple of legendary runs. He's had 1,000-yard season, and about at least half of his seasons that he's been on the field, he's had like 1,000-yard seasons. So I'm not saying that this guy hasn't been a workhorse. I'm saying that compared to Jamal Lewis, Jamal Lewis should go into the Hall of Fame before Marshawn Lynch does. You know what I'm saying? If you're telling me that Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Famer, you have to make the case for Jamal Lewis too. That's basically what this video is basically saying. And the standard of what a Hall of Fame running back should be is Emmitt Smith. All right, so I basically wanted to put that all out there. This guy, there's a story out there before I wrap this video up. There's a story out there that's saying that Marshawn Lynch has about $49 million that he hasn't spent. All right. If there's any Hall of Fame that I think that this guy should be in for sure, even before the NFL Hall of Fame, from that perspective, he should be in the Black Man Hall of Fame. All right. If there's a such thing as a Black Man Hall of Fame, he should be a Black Man Hall of Fame. All right. Because if that's true, all right, you don't see this guy out here flossing or flexing and all this other stuff. I mean, you might see a couple of ridiculous things because black people are still black people. But if he is able, or if he was able to save that amount of money and build a foundation for himself and not go out and buy a whole bunch of Bugattis or BMWs or a whole bunch of extravagant, lavish, a whole bunch of stupid stuff that put a lot of these pro athletes in debt for the rest of their lives to the point where they have to be on Sports Center, saying a whole bunch of stuff that they don't really want to say. If that's the case, man, bravo to him, man. I mean, money management skills, A+, if that's true. But as far as like attitude towards the game, overall reputation, it's just complete garbage, man. You know what I'm saying? Playing time on the field, if I could leave that out, I could just say, pound for pound, was he one of the best running backs of my time? Of course he was. But so was Jamal Lewis. So let me know how you guys feel down below about this whole situation, Marshawn Lynch and his retirement, and how he ranks up pound for pound against, two legitimate, Hall of Famer or one that's definitely a Hall of Famer that's in there already, and a guy that has similar stats to him. Let me know how you guys feel down below. Y'all hear the music in the background, so y'all know the video's over. And until next time, folks, peace out.